The last Grey Wardens of Ferelden lived here. I just got chills.
So I'm guessing you know about this place. What do you know about this place?
Next to nothing, I'm afraid.
You
Perhaps there is little to know.
Hello, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. We are talking to our golem. I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
I don't have better things to do. How did you end up in Hollandleaf? Do you remember?
Oh, yes. That I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Golem, snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
I would have thought you enjoyed scaring humans, but why were you out in the front of the tower? You don't like this Wilhelm, I take it? Do you remember anything before Halef? Interesting. I'm done asking about this. Do you remember anything before?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
You didn't like Wilhelm.
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much, his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Not really. It was quite the bargain. Wilhelm's wife sold it, I believe. Oh yes, a fortune, in fact. Not really. It was a bargain.
So long as it realizes that I'm inexpensive and not cheap.
I would have thought you'd enjoyed scaring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste, and then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself. Ugh.
But why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
I'm done asking about that.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Yep. I've upset him. I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
No. How did Wilhelm acquire you?
That part I know, as Wilhelm often bragged about it to whomever was willing to listen to him. He claimed to have found me in the deep roads. I was in the ruins of a Tig, he said, deactivated, with my control rod not far away.
You don't know why you were there? What was Wilhelm doing in the deep roads? Do you know where in the deep roads this was? So if he hadn't found you, what was he doing in the
It was
deep
a
roads?
hobby of his, scavenging. One of the reasons he traveled so much is that he was looking for entrances into the deep roads, old places the dwarves had long forgotten. And then he would sneak down and search for magical treasure, before anyone was the wiser.
Wouldn't that have been dangerous? You don't know why you were there. Did you know where in the deep roads this was? If he hadn't found
I
you...
wouldn't have had to put up with the twit, and I would be none the wiser. I don't think I was aware while I was there. Not like in the village. Or perhaps I was. Perhaps that was the dark place, and I simply couldn't see anything. How long could even I sit in the darkness and stare out at nothing, never sleeping? Oh, I do not wish to think of that.
You don't know where there was?
I think I remember a battle. It was long before, and then there was darkness. Bah, in short, no, I do not remember why I was there. It makes no difference.
Do you know where in the deep
No,
roads?
that secretive bastard refused to tell me. I would ask and ask, but no. He used to say that one day, if I were compliant and didn't talk back at his wife, he would take me there and I could look around myself. Rotten, lying bastard. If I had his head in my hands now, I would squeeze it like a giant lemon. Squish.
Let's move on.
Then.
Okay, is there anything else? I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
You watched that village day and night for years.
I do not sleep, so yes. And I thank it for reminding me. Try to imagine, if it will, what it would be like to be surrounded by nothing but boring peasants, all oblivious to it.
Sounds like you were a bit of a voyeur. Oh, I'm sure it was more interesting than that. Yes, that would be rather horrid. I'm sure it would be horrid.
And then there were the birds. A whole village full of pigeons and ravens and sparrows all perching on me day in and day out.
That's what they do. They're birds. Sounds a little messy. Ah, yes, your bird thing. Sounds messy.
Those foolish villagers would spread birdseed near me, drawing the birds, because they thought having birds perch on me was quaint. Quaint! If there hadn't been the occasional kind soul to scour me clean, I don't care to discuss this anymore.
Okay. So, do you have anything to say
Yes?
about our golem friend? Oh, what do you know of this
Next
place?
to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know about this place, or I simply have not discovered its secrets yet.
Well, obviously there was something to know about this place. What about you?
Here I am.
Nope. Nothing sticks out. Okay. Save and game. Cool. He sounds like a behemoth. I wonder what the rest of the group's gonna think of the golem. Poor chicken. Nice little mean. Okay. Wow. That one's done, right? Why is it still... Where do we need to go now? We'll go to Soldier's Peak. I wonder why that's still the goldish color, unless there was something else we were supposed to do there. We can always go back.
And here we are. Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of her. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels.
Just admit it, you were lost a couple of times. Andraste's blood, how did you find this path on your own? She's impressive, that's for certain. Nah, you got lost a few
I wasn't
times.
lost, it's just that the map got soggy. Bah, we're here. So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Some people call this place the Lost Peak. Before King Merrick's decree, the last Grey Wardens of Ferelden lived here. I just got chills.
So I'm
Yes?
guessing you know about this place. What do you know about this place?
Next to nothing, I'm afraid.
You
Perhaps
just...
there is little to know about
Okay.
this place, or I simply have not discovered.
Let's move on. You legitimately just told me information about this place, but you know nothing about it. Okay. Okay. Yep, sure looks like dead people.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice, then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
What was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted.
The veil is thin here. The circle tower was that way too. The world is full of mystery. Let's move on. The veil is thin.
The veil?
That's what separates us from the Fade and demons. Don't worry about it. Let's move on. Fade and demons.
Demons? Thank Andraste you came, Warden. After you.
Cool, but if this is Grey Wardens, I feel like we should... Can we go back and bring Alistair? I feel like he'd be helpful here. This is Grey Warden territory. I don't know if we can leave now that we're here, though. Yes. Just go to Redcliffe, because I know I can change out the team there. Oh, I could have just went to the party. Probably should have done that. Okay.
Braska.
Yes.
This will be your team. And we are leaving to go back to Soldier's Peak. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Now that we've got Alistair, I wonder if there's going to be some banter.
And so I shall.
Doesn't look like there's very much. We're probably just... Ooh.
Natural are always so bothersome.
Let Rusty's head last. I can start on the smaller digits first.
Watch out! Oh, I see.
Time to end their pathetic existence.
Here comes trouble! Oh, yes!
That's it. Prepare to be crushed.
Oh, we look like a pretty well-oiled machine.
Unnatural are always so bothersome.
You know, we walked up here and they didn't move.
Lovely.
A mess.
Let's end this.
part.
Of course. No more.
I'm hurt, so I need help.
You don't need help. You're
let's-
fine.
Let's just deal with these ones and move on.
Hi. What do you... What ones? Oh, back this way.
Well, all right.
Too much. I'm sorry.
Lovely.
That's it. Prepare to be crushed.
The golem seems really funny.
My, what is it?
You'll have a smashing time.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to health.
Well, all right.
Okay, well,
Well, all
hopefully...
right.
Yep, everyone's alive
Maker,
again. Cool.
How am I gonna get all this blood out?
There we go. Okay. Can we go this way? We can. I'm surprised. I would have thought that the mist would have stopped us. Is there anything good over here? Anything worth stealing? Doesn't look like it. Guess we just go in.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander.
There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
It sounds like there is greatness in your blood. King Arl was a tyrant. I can't believe the king attacked the Grey Wardens. Sounds like there was great blood.
Oh, well, that's kind of you to say. Generations of Dryadens have said that our stock were lions, fierce, proud, and noble. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
Wow. Where do we go from here? I'm surprised Alistair doesn't, like, talk about just random things about Grey Wardens. What? I left. I turned the wrong way. Go out this door. Oh, yay.
Well, all right. Now this should be amusing.
Hey there. Just, how How's it going? Yeah, just... Okay. Cool. Good fight. Oh, yay.
Lovely.
Oh, goodness. I'm gonna die one of these times.
As you desire. It's a fight! How lovely!
Death.
You cross our hands!
She dies so fast, it's not even funny.
I will crush its head last. Smaller digits first.
It's a fight! How lovely! As you desire.
And I wasn't paying attention, so Alistair died. You know, I'm amazing.
Of course.
What? No more? Oh.
And so I shall.
Oh, look! My bruises form a pretty pattern.
Yeah, definitely pay attention to that, and not the fact that you
What
almost
now?
died. I have to take her back to the circle to see if she can open those drawers again, because I didn't save after we died that last time, and I hadn't gone back with her. Although, now I'm sure it'd be funnier.
Don't worry, I won't be underfoot.
Okay, sure. There's nothing to click on to get codex entries. Doesn't look like it. Let's save. First floor, meaning multiple floors? Which door do we open first? This one.
As you desire.
Too late to shut the door?
You should run while you can.
Finally, we get to the good part.
Here comes trouble!
Prepare to be crushed.
There we go.
And so I shall.
Here comes trouble!
Now that is precious.
Okay.
Thus increases our
I was
path of
actually
destruction.
not half bad that time.
Yes?
I didn't want to click on you. Dear God. Well, we could go upstairs or we could go over here. Oh, that door doesn't open. Okay, so we'll open this door. We go upstairs? Nope, we can't go up the ladder. But there is a chest.
Of course.
Let's see. It is a pair. Nope. Are these any better? No. Nope. She can wear this one. Which it's better, but it's not. What about you? You do a crystal, so 20 is definitely better. So we'll do 20 natural resistance, I guess. He looks pretty cool. I like the green crystals. Okay, we're gonna leave this episode off here. We are going to have to go through this whole tower. How long do you think this mission will take? Probably another episode or two? I'm not sure. And then we do have to go back to the circle. I'll probably speed run that, but maybe not. It depends on if it's witty enough. The banter is sometimes hilarious, so maybe I'll take some new people to the circle and see if we get some funny banter back and forth. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.